So creating a post. So we've talked about basically where do I go and get get my WordPress site set up? How do I set it up? Now, how do you create a post? Now, how many people here don't think they're a writer? I'll put my hand up, right? I don't think I'm a writer. In fact, when I graded my website, it says I write like I'm in grade 2, which, I mean, that may sound bad, but at least I'm going to the lowest common denominator almost, right? It's one of those things where I'm forcing myself to write every day, but I also kind of got around writing every day. I use video a lot because the fact is that it's not because I'm a pretty face, because believe me, I'm not. But what it is I actually like video because I can put it in my blog post. And that way I don't have to worry about anything. So I can just do a very high level, talk about information, and then push people through into the blog post with a video on that one. Anyways, I'm going to show you a bit of that a little later on here as well. So, but it is not tough to write a blog post. So ideally what you do is think about what you do and how people want to find you, or information of how they would find you. What you do is you pick a topic. And I do it all the time. I'll pick Twitter marketing, for example, because I know I've got an example up here. I will say, I want to do something on Twitter marketing so that I know that people will come through my website and it delivers traffic to me. I will go to the Google keyword tool and I will search that term to see kind of how many terms or how many times people are seeing it. And then what I will do, and how I do that is you take your term, Twitter marketing, put it in quotation marks. And the reason being, if you just put Twitter marketing into that Google keyword tool, it's looking at Twitter and it's looking at marketing, and it's bringing up a whole bunch of just what I would consider to be garbage results. People will go to Google to look for something specifically, and if they're looking for Twitter marketing, they will put it in. If you want to refine your results, you put quotation marks around it and it drills it down to say, here's better results. If you really want to get pinpoint, put square brackets around it where it's like, that's all this is about. Search online for how to get found on Google and you'll see all that information. Anyways, I use quotations to kind of give me a rough idea of how many times people are looking for it. The one thing you want is you want to find out where the searches are greater than the results. So how many times people are trying to find something are greater than the results that actually show up on Google. And the reason I use video is because I can do multiple dips with video. I can put video up all over the place, get found, push people through to my website. But the other thing too is if you use video, you actually increase your odds of being found online and getting on the first page or second page of Google by 50 times for that keyword. And the reason being is that if you take a look at, if we look at, well, actually, I'll go to the next page. I'll show you, or I'll get to that in a couple of secs here, sorry. What you want to do is you want to include your keyword in your title. So if I'm doing Twitter marketing, you put that keyword in there. And the title of your blog post should have that. Now, the interesting thing, if you really want to increase your odds of getting found on Google, let's take Calgary mortgage rates, for example. If I want to get Calgary mortgage rates up online, an awful lot of times, I would do multiple posts. It would be Calgary mortgage rates, colon, what you need to know. Calgary mortgage rates, colon, where do you go to find these? Calgary mortgage rates, colon, da-da-da-da-da-da. And you create 10 or 15 posts like that. And Google goes and finds that and starts seeing Calgary mortgage rates, Calgary mortgage rates, Calgary mortgage rates, Calgary mortgage rates. And it'll start putting that stuff up online and getting you found. So that's how you actually get found really quickly on that stuff. The other thing too is make sure that you include that keyword in your content so that you have Calgary mortgage rates in your content that you're writing on as well. And there's also tags in there, which are the keywords that you have to put in. Make sure that you also have that keyword in there as well. The one thing too that you want to do is you want to make sure that your post has more than 300 words in it. If it has less than 300 words, it typically doesn't get found because Google looks at that and says, yeah, there's not that much depth to this. I don't think our people will like it. It's too bad because if people like myself, I put a video in that displays a lot of information and I'll have 250 to 300 words and I get penalized for that. The only way around that is just to increase the amount of words that you have in your post.